Hey guys, we're back with another episode of Phil Mows. This week we're at my friend Mike's house, or Mikey's house. He blew up his mower and wasn't sure if he wanted to buy one for the end of the season. And I offered to come and do a cleanup as long as I could film it. This yard is pretty good size. I'd say probably close to an acre in total, with front and backyard. Lots of trees, lots of leaves. Grass is pretty shaggy. Got some stuff on the driveway here, and some bushes around here that we're going to try to trim up for him. And then some bushes in the front as well that we're just going to clean up. We're not going to take a whole lot off of the bushes. We're just going to clean them up, kind of put them to bed for the year. And then we're going to get up as many leaves as we can. I'm going to try to mulch as much as I can in the backyard, just so I don't have to try to haul big piles through the gate. So we'll get those blown out of the beds, get them mulched up, get a real fine dust, and blow it back into the beds so they can fertilize. We'll take some out. We'll take the heavier piles out, but we'll leave some in there to feed the gardens that he has in his backyard. This is a little bit of payback for me. Mike's actually been a friend of mine for a long time, and he probably doesn't remember this or won't remember it the same way, but about 20 years ago, I had some health issues. I actually had a heart attack when I was 26, and had just gotten married, and it was around October of 2001, and just after 9/11, about a month after 9/11, I had a heart attack. Anyhow, pretty surprising. 26. I found out I had a genetic condition that caused my heart attack, and luckily I didn't have any damage and no long-standing effects, but I was in a dark place. I was a young guy, just gotten married, hadn't really started my family yet, and I was kind of bummed out, a little depressed, and Mike was kind enough to come by the house and get me out of the house and take me to some basketball games. He's a big UC fan. Took me to some UC basketball games, took me to UC football game, and just showed me a lot of kindness. And and I'm grateful to be here, 20 years later, and be able to do this for him. As far as equity goes, I don't know if this is a payback, but it's at least showing my appreciation for him being a good friend. So we're gonna get this yard cleaned up. We're going to make it look better than it was when we got here. And I hope you guys sit back, relax, and enjoy. If you like my content, please like, share, and subscribe. And we'll see you on the next one. One thing I'd like to mention here is that normally when I'm blowing leaves, I like to go from right to left, so I don't have to blow across my body. But when I was doing this yard, because of the way it's set up with the big pine in the corner and the chimney sticking out, I decided to go down the right side of the house if you're facing the back, and kind of blow up against that chimney and use that corner to shoot the leaves out into the yard, and then cut in around that tree and then get those back out. You'll notice I'll stop here because I want to keep that right to left motion. But that's why I kind of went this way, and then you'll see me later on in the video go back to the other side of the yard and then come around counterclockwise to the back fence to finish up the back fence line. I'm also using the Ego commercial backpack blower. You'll notice that later on in the video I'll switch backpack blowers, and what happened was I ran through 4 batteries just blowing off the back section behind the house, right behind the house in this corner, and it just wasn't cutting it as far as power. I mean, it's an 800 CFM blower, which is quite a bit of power, but you only get that 800 CFM if you're running it in turbo mode, and the turbo mode just eats the battery. So each set of batteries probably lasted me 20 minutes just on normal. If I had run those higher on the turbo setting, I would have probably gotten maybe 10 minutes out of a set of batteries. And the batteries for these things aren't cheap. They're about $250 a battery. So yeah, I could go buy more batteries, but I could also buy a blower. And what I ended up doing was going to Lowe's and picking up the best blower they had, and it was less than buying a couple batteries for the Ego. So the one thing I'll say about the Ego is that it is good, it is quiet, it's nice for residential yards, but if you're a contractor and you're cutting 15 to 20 yards per day, I just don't see how you could use some of the Ego equipment to use in a commercial setting. It just doesn't make sense where you could run, I ended up getting this, it's a Husqvarna 570 BTM, I think is the model, and it's rated at 970 CFM. As you can see, it's got quite a bit of power, and really saved my bacon on this backyard. I really got this cut in pretty fast after I got this blower. The leaves are wet. It had rained a couple days before, and some of these leaves were packed down and matted in the ivy and stuff. They have euonymus growing up right behind the house, and then some more ivy in the back along the back fence line, and the leaves were pretty thick in there. You can see the leaf pile I've got right here is probably 1 to 2 feet deep, spread out evenly across the back here. And this Husqvarna blower really did a great job, and I'm really glad that I went out and got it. I'll probably end up selling my Ego on Marketplace and just try to get recoup some money back out of it. But it's really made me think about using electric equipment or battery equipment. Prior to me starting my YouTube channel, I was mostly cutting my yard and my neighbor's yard, and this stuff was fine for that. Plenty powerful, it was quiet, didn't have to make 2-cycle, but I think if the channel continues to grow and I continue to get bigger projects, then I'm probably going to go back to for gas, just so I don't have that battery anxiety, because it's kind of a bummer to have to worry about if you've got enough battery when you're out doing a job, when I could just take 2 gallons of 2-cycle and I know it's going to last me, on a big job like this. So you'll notice that in this part of the video, this is the next day. obviously told you about the blower running out of batteries. I also got a work call, which ended up being a non-emergency, but I did have to run home and put a couple fires out, or at least look into it and do some due diligence as far as my work goes. I know I've mentioned that I work in tech, but I actually work in cybersecurity, and it's a never-ending job. And the one of the guys that helps me out was out of town this weekend, so I was following up on all the alerts and stuff by myself, which is fine. I've done that for years, but I kind of missed the initial email on this one, and I had to run home. So ended up not being anything, but that's the job. You're kind of always on call, no matter what, and sometimes it's nothing, and sometimes you're working for 2 weeks straight, 18 hours a day. But it's a great career, and but I do like to be outside and mowing and working in nature. It's like going to church for me, being outside. Just love to be outside, love to hike, love to play disc golf. Up until a couple years ago, I'd probably be playing disc golf right now. Have an elbow injury that's probably not going to get any better, so my playing time is limited, and I decided, since I have some spare time now, that I'd go out and do something for the community and help people out with their yards, because it's something I enjoy doing, and it's when it's something you enjoy, it's not really work. Anyhow, I'll shut up now and let you guys get back to watching the video.